Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am excited to be doing another story time for you guys. I know some of you like it, some of you don't. If you do like it, be sure to stick around. I am going to be talking about my first job ever. And so if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below because I do a lot of story time videos. And I do other videos as well, motivational, inspirational, anything that helps you really. But anyways, let's just get started with this video. Alright, so I got my first job at a local restaurant in my small town. I was 15 years old when I got my first job, which is crazy to think about. As a server, well, it was kind of like a serving job. It was a local older food place, I would say. And so what we did, it was walk up instead of going to the table. So the table or the person would come, order their food, find a table. It's kind of like Panera or Noodles. And so the way they wrote things was just so weird. They had like hyphenations and stuff, and this was all old school. And I literally had no idea what anything was on the menu because I grew up in an Asian household, and when we did go out, we would go out to the name brand places, you know, like I don't know, like Red Lobster, Olive Garden, all those places. So this was kind of like a family place. There was chimichangas, there was bits and gravy, there were just these names that I had no idea what it was. And so I got trained in, and let me remind you, this was my first job, so it wasn't like I was just sabotaging them, and that is what my manager thought because I got trained in. And I think I was there for maybe 2 months, and I just could not get anything because I just didn't know what anything was. And I literally only trained for 3 days, and I just walked and followed this girl around, and the way she hyphenated things, the way she wrote things down, I was like, I have no idea what that means. Like, you know, like some people write chicken, to hyphenate it you do CK, but some people do CHK. It's just like that. And so the cook in the back really liked specific hyphenations, and you had to memorize that for her or she would flip out on you. Also, when I say old school, it was write the paper, hand the paper to the cook, and the cook will make that food. And as I said before, the cook wanted things. The cook was the manager, the cook was the manager sometime, and it always worked with the cook / the manager. And so she wanted things written a specific way so she would understand it. The way she understood things was not the way I understood things, and she didn't understand that. All the servers had to learn what she knew, which I thought was total crap, I would say, because everybody has their own style of writing things, as I said earlier. And every time I would hand her the slip, she would be like, what is this? Like, what are you talking about? And like, it's CK, chicken. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, that makes total sense. But she was like, it's CHK or something like that. I'm like, why does it matter? If you understand it, you understand it. Why does it have to be a specific way? And I would just get punished for it, going off to dishwasher duty, you know. And it was just a total mess. And so it was just hard for me to learn the food, learn how to abbreviate things, learn how to do the cash register, learn how to communicate with other people outside of my school and stuff like that. It was just really hard to figure everything out, and I wish I had more days to train instead of following somebody around, seeing how they write things. That's not gonna make me remember things just by following someone around, you know. So I wish they had a better way of training, that's for sure. I was just taking orders, and it was just so hard just trying to figure everything out. And I feel like she didn't give me a chance at all because it was just hard for me to learn to begin with. she didn't give me a chance to learn anything on it, I feel like. And she just threw me under the bus, or threw me in with the crowd and with the other servers, and just wanted me to do everything right. And half the time I was in the back washing dishes because I couldn't do anything right in her eyes. She didn't, you know, teach me how to do it. Like, she would yell at me instead of being like, okay, this is how you do this and how you do that. I feel like she should have understood that, one, it was my first job ever in a restaurant, that I had no idea what kind of foods there were. I would run food sometimes, and those were on the days that I wasn't messing up, I would say, and so that was a nice thing of them to do, and it was nice to just get out there instead of being in the back washing dishes the whole time. It was just really hard for me. I thought she was really kind of mean to me, honestly. And so one day I felt like I messed up so bad, and she came up to me and she was like, you are literally sabotaging me, you're sabotaging my business, like you need to get it together or you're gonna get out. And so I went home like bawling because I had no idea how to figure this out, and I couldn't drive because I was 15, so my coworkers would drive me home, and I was just like trying to talk to them about it, but everyone was like, yeah, she's like that. You guys are gonna ask me if I told my parents about it, and of course I did, but my parents are very old school. They're just like, you know, it happens when you're working with an owner, manager, whatever, that's how they're supposed to treat you. And I'm like, that is definitely not how I want to be treated. So they didn't really help me on that, I would say. I mean, they didn't say like that's how a manager is supposed to treat you, but along the lines of like, yeah, they're your manager, they can yell at you, that kind of thing. And I was just like, that's definitely not how I want to be treated, that's for sure. So I didn't really have many people to talk to about it because none of my friends had jobs really at that time, and so they didn't really understand. My parents didn't understand. So I kind of just suffered through it for about 5 months, just trying to figure out the ropes all by myself. And all I pretty much did was go on dishwasher duty, which was fine by me because I'd rather do that than get yelled at the whole time. Was not happy at all at that job. I was there for like 5 to 6 months, and I was done. I did not want to do it anymore, even though I just didn't want to quit a job because I've never quit a job before, you know? I've never done anything like that before, and I just had it. It was time for me to get out of there. So I put in my 2 weeks, and I was pretty much put on dishwasher duty the whole time. I mean, at this place, we didn't really get tipped. We did, but it wasn't too much. It was kind of, you know, like Panera noodles where you have like a jar and then people tip that. The last day, I don't know what I did, but she literally was like, get out. You're done. Like, you're sabotaging me from the beginning. You know, yes, you put in your 2 weeks, but you still are working here for me for this amount of time, and you keep on sabotaging me because you don't want us to succeed or something like that. And I was starting not to cry because she was just being so like insensitive to everything I was doing. I tried to explain to her that I didn't understand, I didn't know what was going on, and she was like, no, I know you have 2 days left on the job or whatever, but just don't come back. And so after that, I never went back into that restaurant ever again. It was hard, but I got another serving job at another local restaurant that was a lot, I think it was like more known in the town, I would say, and this was actually a serving job, a serving position where you went to tables, And so I did that. I messed up a few times, but the servers and the managers there were really helpful, which was definitely something that I needed. And after maybe 3 months, I did mess up on things, you know, I'm human, but after 3 months, I was literally like a pro at serving. And all those ladies that were the servers there and the managers there, they were like mothers to me, I would say. They like helped me along, and I became really good friends with all of them, which was awesome. At my old job, it just felt like nobody wanted to be my friends. They were all high schoolers. They didn't really care about a newcomer coming in. They were just like, I'm gonna do my job, you do you, and stuff like that. And it just felt like I was not seen, I would say. And so I was so happy that I left that job, and it turned out a year later they had to shut down because they just couldn't afford that place anymore. And I guess karma's a bitch, huh? But anyways, yeah. After that, I just kept on serving, and I'm still serving today, and I would say I am a pretty strong server for serving 8-9 years now, which is crazy to think about since I am 23. But if you have those jobs where you just feel like you're being talked down to, or you just your managers are just being rude and sensitive and just everything like that, talk to HR, obviously, or just leave, because it's not worth it. Obviously, for some people, situations are different where you have to have that job to just support your family, but try to do something about it. Talk to somebody about it. Maybe they will change. When I was there, the manager and the owner were the ones that were rude to me, so I had no one to go talk to, and that's honestly not healthy. If you are going through that, I would say try really hard to find another job, even though you are in a tough situation. But there are gonna be some people out there that, or some people, some businesses out there that will care about you and your well-being, and the places that don't, don't deserve you, don't deserve their employees. Honestly, the way the owners or managers treat their employees are the way it's gonna break or make the company. I wholeheartedly believe that, and as you can see, karma with that company or with that restaurant. I just want, just for anybody out there, servers, you know, corporate workers, desk workers, whatever it is, if you have those people that are just being super insensitive, super rude, just not great people, you need to get out of there or try your best to make the situation better for yourself. Again, some situations are different where you have to keep that job, but keep an eye out for, you know, ads, or go on LinkedIn. There are websites where you can find other jobs, because again, your well-being is not worth it, guys. It is not worth it. So I hope you took something out of this video. If you do have those stories, I would love to hear about them in the comments down below, and how you overcame it, or what you did when it came to bad managers, bad owners, just bad people that treat their employees like crap. Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up if you like it, and be sure to subscribe for more of these types of videos. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye now!